Hello! The Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture brings you Step Up to Kindergarten, a series of interactive videos designed to help kids and their grown-ups get ready for the big step into kindergarten. Sponsored by STCU.
Hi, it's you! I'm so happy you're here with me today. My name's Allison, and I'm an educator with the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture. I'm really excited about today because we're going to learn all about taking turns. Very important for you to learn if you're getting ready for kindergarten. Let's get started.
Here's what you'll need today. You'll need a partner, someone to talk to. It could be a grown-up, a friend, a stuffed animal even. And you're also going to need your big brain. I know you brought it. It's important to know why we're learning about taking turns. Taking turns is fair. Everyone gets a turn. Grown-ups have to take turns, kids have to take turns. Taking turns is friendly. If you don't take turns with people, people might not really want to be around you and to play with you. Taking turns can be hard. You have to wait when it's someone else's turn. You need to have patience. Patience is something we can learn. And taking turns is an important part of kindergarten. You'll definitely have to take turns in kindergarten. No matter who you are or where you are, taking turns is an important part of working together in our world. We take turns in the grocery store, we take turns in the classroom, even animals take turns. It's a way to make sure that things stay organized and safe. Let's think about ways we take turns. One way that we take turns is we line up. Cars line up and wait for other cars to take their turn. People line up when they're buying something so they can take turns and not everybody goes at once. People line up when they're getting on and off buses and airplanes. Lots of times you're going to have to line up and wait for your turn to do something. Let's take a look at this picture. Do you see cars waiting for their turn? The cars at the top and bottom, and even some people on motorcycles and scooters, they're waiting for the cars to go from the left to the right or from the right to the left. They're taking turns. What do you think would happen if they didn't take turns? It might look something like this. Oh no! When you're talking and listening, it's very important to take turns. You probably already know this, but many times in school, you raise your hand to let the teacher know that you would like a turn to talk. Grown-ups do it too. If everybody was talking at the same time, nobody would be able to hear anything. Raising your hand is another way that we can take turns. Sharing is a lot like taking turns. If there's only one of something, we're going to need to share it. And one way to do that is to take turns with it. In this picture, one child is sharing a supply with another child. She's letting her have some. She's letting her have her turn. Take a look at this picture. These boys are sharing by taking turns. Two can play at a time, and one has to wait for his turn. These girls, there's only one doll, and both of them probably want to play it. One is playing while the other one is waiting her turn. They can share the doll that way. When we're taking turns, we have to wait. Waiting can be hard and it's not always fun, but it's important that we learn how to wait patiently. Whether you're in a classroom and you're waiting for somebody to finish their time with a teacher, or maybe you're waiting for your turn in an office, like a doctor's office or a dentist's office. We can't all go at the same time, but sometimes we have to wait. While you're waiting, you can practice thinking about what you'll do when it's your turn, or you can practice counting, or you can do other things to take your mind off of it so time goes a little bit faster. It'll feel like you don't have to wait as long for your turn. This is Chad. This is Chuck. Chad and Chuck are best friends, and one day they got to go to the playground together. They saw slides and bridges, but just then they saw their most favorite, a swing. That's right, a swing. Not 2 swings or 4 swings. There was only one. Chad said, "It's mine." Chuck said, "It's mine." "I saw it first." "No, I saw it first." "We both saw it first." "We both can't swing." They started arguing. They were making such a commotion, all the other chickens on the playground heard them and stopped to look. They were arguing and fighting, and all of a sudden, one of them ended up on the ground. The other one ended up crying. What should the poor chickens do? Just then, a brave little chicken from the playground came over and said, "Hey, why don't you guys take turns?" Another chicken from the playground said, "Or you can just come play over here where you can all play together." They really liked both of those plans. They decided to take turns. Chuck said, "You go first." Chad said, "Really? Great." The chickens realized they'd been being childish. Chad said, "Bro, I'm sorry." Chuck said, "Bro, I'm sorry too." And they shook hands. You know what? We can take turns. We can? Sure. And you know what? You can go first. I can? Thanks. The end.
Today I'm going to teach you a song about taking turns. I'm going to sing part, and then I'm going to stop, and I'm going to ask you to sing the same thing back to me. It's called an echo. Let's give it a try. Let's take turns. You say it. My turn. One at a time. I take a turn to talk to you. Then I take a turn to listen to you. Everyone learns a new thing or two. Let's take turns. Great job!
All right. Are you ready for a brain workout? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you a picture. And first, I want you to just carefully look all around the picture. I'm going to give you some quiet time just to think about what you see. Last, I'm going to ask you some questions, and I'm going to ask you to share your thinking with someone else. It could be a grown-up, a friend, or even a stuffed animal. If you don't have anyone to share your thinking with, pause the video, go find someone, come back with them, and then press play. Let's take a quiet moment to carefully look and think about this picture. What's going on in this picture? How do you think the people in this picture are feeling? What more can you find? Where do you think the people are? Tell your talking partner one last thought. Thank you for taking time with me to share your thoughts and really take a close look at today's picture. Today we learned different ways to take turns and why taking turns is important. I know that you're going to have a chance very soon to take turns and to practice taking turns. Here's some things you can try. The next time you need to take turns with someone, try saying, "You can go first." It really does a lot to help the person feel happy and safe and feel like things are fair. Also, if someone's having a turn with something and you would like a turn, try asking, "When can I have a turn?" instead of just saying, "Can I have a turn?" When you say, "When can I have a turn?" it makes the other person think about how long they need and what is really fair. If you ask them, "Can I have a turn?" they can always say no. But if you ask, "When can I have a turn?" they'll have to come up with something like 1 more minute or 5 minutes. It's a great way to solve that problem and helps you not have to wait so long for your turn. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for joining me, and I hope you learned something new. You're one step closer to kindergarten. The Step Up series has been brought to you by the Northwest Museum of Arts and Culture in Spokane, Washington. Check out our website at www.northwestmuseum.org, sponsored by STCU.